Hey there, it's John Cody with Friday Night Rewind and TampaBay.com, and I'm joined here by my cohort Joey Knight, and we're going to talk about running backs today. The guys that tote the pill, the guys that carry the leather, the guys that lug the luggage, the guys that carry the rock and pound the rock, and what else do we call it?
Ball carriers.
Oh, that too.
Out in Lithia, Connor Powers, senior from Newsom, 5'10", 200-poundish wrecking ball type runner, has 2,000 yards for his career in a very underrated Wolves program. Going far, far west out in Alonzo, Jesse Anaya, 61 receptions last year, but that's a little misleading. Again, a short pass at Alonzo was like a handoff. He had 748 yards. You can just count that as 748 rushing yards. 5'7", 155 pounds. He's a little spark plug, but he makes plays when he gets the ball out in the flat.
Joey, Pinellas County has its share of good running backs this year, but the best of the group might be Alton Taylor at Countryside. He played last year behind 1,000-yard rusher Dorrance Roberts. He's going to step into the leading role this year, playing behind an offensive line that is very big, very experienced, probably the strength of the Countryside team. He had almost 200 yards in the spring game, and John Davis says that is no fluke. He is no spring fling. You can expect to see more of that in the fall for the Countryside Cougars. I think the most interesting guy to keep an eye on is Adrian Bubba Golden, the transfer from Gulf.
Last year, Cody, we all know, 2,514 yards for the Buccaneers, a Pasco County record, set a single game record with 432 against Ridgewood. He goes to Tarpon, which is not short on talent. Backfield could be even a little congested. Can he match those numbers? We're not sure. He may have to share some handoffs. We'll see.
Another guy we like is Rodney Johnson. He replaces Lindsey Lamar at Hillsborough High School. He transfers in from Middleton, where he was a little bit of a disappointment last year. 672 yards. The Tigers didn't have that good of a year, so I mean maybe those numbers are about what they should be. But he's explosive. He's going to be in an offense that is going to open things up for him. I mean, and he's in the backfield with Antonio Chow and fullback Jamie Knott. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for some big plays this year for Rodney Johnson. McLeod had a very good junior season. He had 1,245 yards and 13 touchdowns, including 6 100-yard games. Bob Enriquez said that this was a guy that clearly emerged in the spring as a legitimate college recruit.
And he's got a great fullback in the backfield blocking for him named Hunter Joyer, a Division I prospect who transferred in from Wesley Chapel. Hank McLeod could have a 1,500-yard season. Dare we say 2,000?
Up in Seffner, once again, no shortage of great running backs up there. Sherman Jesse enters his senior year. Hasn't quite broken through yet. We expect this might be the year to do it, and it might be the year he better do it because Matt Jones is right behind him. The sophomore has been getting a lot of attention this summer. Coach Sean Callahan says he might be the best player that Armwood has ever had. He's a man-child. He looks college ready. He had 3 touchdowns in 2 playoff games last year, and he's a guy that despite the spread offense, despite passing more, is going to have a huge 2009. Tevin Drake, since his freshman year, when he had 800 yards, has been a star up there. I mean, a lot of people haven't heard of him. Miami's interested in him, but he's a guy that has 2,000-yard capability.
The great thing about Tevin Drake, he's got a great complementary player in the backfield with him named Antoine Story. So offenses obviously cannot load up on Tevin Drake, and I think that's what makes him so effective.
For his career, he's got 51 touchdowns, 19 games of 100 yards, and over 3,400 yards. Joey, of all the guys we've mentioned, there may be no better combination of speed, power, and fierceness than Tampa Bay Tech's Maurice Haggins.
Cody, as great as all these running backs are that we've mentioned, the one guy I would least like to line up against is Haggins. He's listed at 225, and that's pretty conservative. He is the Tampa Bay Tech offense. They're going to try to open things up a little bit this year. I guess that means they're going to sweep Haggins out a little farther. He has approximately 2,500 rushing yards in his career to date. He is committed to the University of Miami. He is a beast.